Okay,
Fat cat
guys,
goes down, eats bread.
this is the rhyme that is going to help you write every major scale in the book, and later it's going to help you write every minor scale. Okay, so guys, wait, don't have any ideas about what I'm going to tell you. So you are going to remember this rhyme, and this rhyme works like this. You're going to use it for one thing, and then you're going to use it for another thing. So there are two functions of this rhyme: function 1 and function 2. The first function of this rhyme is to find how many sharps or flats are in that major scale that you are being asked to write. You got it? Okay. Now watch. You're going to take this rhyme, you're going to write it out. This is called a key line. You would have seen, some of you would have seen that a key line comes in a key circle. I have disbanded the key circle. I've made the key circle into a key line. Okay, so watch, to make it simple. Fat cat goes down and eats bread, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this rhyme again on the end, but I'm going to put a sharp in front of it, and I'm going to put a sharp in front of that C. So you got fat cat goes down and eats bread, then fat cat, but these two have a sharp in front of them. Can you see? Okay, now watch this.
Yes.
I'm going to take this fat cat goes down and eats bread, and I'm going to write it backwards on this side, but I'm going to put a flat in front. Bread eats and down goes fat. You don't need the cat. I'll show you just now. Can everybody see? Can everybody see my full key line there?
So can you go like more backwards so we can see everything?
There?
Podcast.
How's that, Steph?
So
Steph, I think it's just you, Steph, because I can literally see everything.
Okay.
It might be because I'm on an iPad.
Okay, there.
I don't own a laptop.
Okay, is that better?
Stupid.
Yeah, that is
Better.
better, sir. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Guys, watch this. I'm going to draw a line where C is. How many sharps or flats does C major have?
2. 0.
0.
3.
Oh, no.
0. It's the only
6.
scale with nothing. C major. If you go to the piano, I call them the white note intervals. The white note, C to C, white notes, boof, boof. Naught. So you draw a line through here, and you put above it, you put a naught. Do you see that? Now watch this, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sharps are on this side, and flats are on this side. Now, guys, what you have in front of you is all the sharps and flats for all the keys. Okay, now if I say to you, how many sharps or flats does A major have? You go to A
3
major,
sharps
and it has
and
3
4
sharps.
flats.
If I say to you, how many sharps or flats does A flat major have? You look up here, it's on the flat, it has 4 flats. Guys, done. That system flats every single major. I need to go open, wide open. No, you need to come out. Just open it because the Wi-Fi drops in the door. Sorry, when the door shuts, the Wi-Fi drops in this room. Okay, guys, does that make sense? Questions?
So what this pretty much showing? C sharp has 7 sharps.
Correct.
Like
C sharp
E
major
flat-
has 7 sharps.
E flat has 3 flats. E
Great.
flat major. Okay, that makes sense.
Great. Okay, so guys, from now until the end of matric, that's if you take music as a subject, you will write this key line, or basically on any theory paper you do from now on, you will write this key line at the top of your paper before you start. You will make sure that you do it properly, and you make sure that you do it neatly, because if you don't, you'll get every single scale question in your paper wrong.
Nice.
Because
we want that.
you will be referring to this to get your sharps and flats for your scales. Okay, so this is what I call function 1 of fat cat goes down and eats bread. So I call this function 1. Function 1. Okay, All right, you got it. Now watch this. This is function 2. Function 2. I write my rhyme. Hang on, you can't see that, eh?
Sorry, sir.
Okay, wait. I can make a plan. Okay, watch out.
Sir,
So
sir.
function 2 not sharps and flats?
Hey?
Is function 2 not determining which notes get sharp?
Yes, correct. Very good. So function 2 is to determine in what order and those sharps and flats go. Now watch this. I write this rhyme out again. Fat cat goes down and eats bread. Sharps go this way. Flats go this way. Okay, now watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Flats go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now watch. First function. How many sharps in A major? Somebody. Look at your key line. Oh, you haven't written it down. Okay. There
Wait,
are
is it,
3
the
sharps.
key line's gone.
No,
Three.
so hold on.
Three.
Three.
There's
Three.
3 in A major.
There are
Three.
3 sharps in A major. Now watch this.
You have written
Second
that down.
function. What are they? Sharps. They are F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. Okay, let's go to B flat major. There are 2 flats
Okay,
in B
wait, so I
flat
did not
major.
understand that, sorry.
Wait, so how do you get
Yeah,
F
you lost
sharp,
me
F
there.
sharp,
I'm
C
confused.
sharp?
Hello, Roxy.
Okay, whoa.
I'm
Ques-
really confused.
Okay. Questions
Mute
one
the
at a
mic,
time.
sir.
Questions one at a time. Steph.
So how do you know A, right, is sharp, is F
Roxy.
sharp, C sharp, G sharp?
Okay.
Like
Steph.
with that line, how
Steph.
does the line show
Steph.
that?
Hello,
I'm
Roxy.
confused.
Steph.
Yes.
Are you saying how many sharps are there in A major?
Yeah, no, I understand that there's 3, but I'm saying how does the line show that with function 2?
Literally
F
just
sharp,
count
C
it.
sharp.
F, count it.
Look.
Just count it.
1,
2,
I'm so confused now.
3.
3.
That's F sharp. That's C sharp.
So I never learned to count.
There they are.
Oh! Okay, that makes
That's it.
sense now. Yeah.
Okay.
Steph, why are you
Other
doing like
questions?
that?
Guys, I'm done.
Guys, I will listen, please. I will explain. So that's what this class is about. So if you're confused, we'll get there. Other questions for now? What are the other questions?
So I actually found another way to double check yourself. Is
Yes.
that if you have C major and you have C sharp major, C major has no sharps, but C sharp major has all the sharps, right? So if you go to F major and if you go to F sharp major,
Right.
F sharp major has all the sharps except for B flat. I mean B, because F major has B flat.
Okay. Do you know what the
Okay,
problem with that?
that's
Do you know what the
actually-
problem with? You know what the problem with your system is? It doesn't cover every single thing. You're remembering itsy bitsy information about what 2 scales. Then you're trying to remember itsy bitsy information about another 2 scales, but it's not the same because the one has one less sharp. Do you see the problem? Joseph, it probably works for you, but it doesn't work for everybody. It's got to work for everybody, and it's got to be across the board, an even system of information across the board. So, Joseph, I like it. Guys, I can show you another way of remembering your sharps and flats. Watch this, which is also itsy bitsy information, but it's not consistent information. Watch this, guys. C has, if you close the C, it's got no sharps and flats. Watch this. 2 sharps. A has 1, 2, 3 sharps. E has 1, 2, 3, 4 sharps. B has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sharps. You got it.
Yes, sir. Sir, just going back
sir.
to functions.
The problem is, wait. The problem is that this doesn't cover everything. It only covers a couple, and the rule that I'm using doesn't cover it. So, Joseph, your rule for the C and the C sharp are great, and then suddenly you move to F and F sharp, and F's got 1 flat, but F sharp's got 6 sharps. So it starts to become, it may work for you, but it doesn't work for other people. Okay, and guys, the other problem is there are 12 keys, but on the key line it ends up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 keys because of the enharmonic change. So you can memorize 15 keys, but then you're also going to have to memorize the 15 minor keys. And that's why my system is better, because it's there in front of you. You write it down, it's done. Don't have to memorize anything.
Sorry.
You have to be able to write down. Yes, question.
Sorry, so
Yeah.
if you use the circle, then it can keep on going infinitely, and the two sides, the flats and the sharps, they start like intertwining. So like G flat and F sharp.
Yeah, Jack.
In theory, they're not the same key because they're flats and sharps, but in practice they are the same key.
They are.
So
They,
with
they,
the-
yeah.
Yeah,
I just want to show you. Yeah.
Also, so with the circle of fifths, you can also work out, like when we get to intervals, you can also work out a bunch of intervals from the circle of fifths. There's a bunch of ways you can work out different intervals.
Okay, Jack,
Intervals.
you're totally right. And guys, if the circle works for you, then use it. In fact, if any method works for you, use it. The problem I had at school was I used the circle of fifths, and that's why I changed it. I used the circle. So what I did was I wrote all my keys on here. Fat cat goes down and eats bread. But I wasn't very good at drawing. So when I got to the bottom here, all of these sharps and flats didn't correlate. They started overlapping, and it became a feat to draw it. That's what I found in an exam. So now you're under pressure and you've got to draw a very neat circle with a bunch of spacing around the circle that now matches up at the bottom. And what was happening was, Jack, for me, I was getting so confused under pressure in the exam that I didn't draw it very well. So what I've done is I've taken them off the
Too
circle
much
and just put them at the
intelligence.
straight line. And then you can see at the end where the enharmonics are. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, guys,
Okay.
can I do this? Can I do this again for you? So yeah,
So I've just,
Question.
for example, so going back to
So
function.
please do it again. I'm very confused.
wait, Nicholas Rotenbach.
So going back to function 2, so, and it works the same way for flat. So if you wanted to find out what a flat, for example, is, then it would have B, E, A, D. How many flats, A flats? Oh, wait, no, now I've got this wrong.
Correct, Nick. So you turn the rhyme backwards. Bread eats and down goes cat's fat for the flats. To find what
Yes,
order
sir.
your flats are, you just go backwards. Make sense?
Okay, so, thank you.
And
Okay.
cats extra stored carbohydrates.
Okay, you can make up any
Jump
rhyme
in
you
while
want.
I get
Guys.
this.
Okay,
just
so guys, let me recap. Watch out,
Yeah,
guys.
Mr. Mike Weber's doing that.
Okay, guys, just mute your mic for now, and then I'll see if there are questions. Okay, so watch out. You draw out. I'm going to do it a bit smaller. Fat cat goes down and eats bread. That's your little rhyme. The first function of that rhyme is to find out how many sharps and flats in a key. At the end of this, you write fat cat, but you put a sharp. Then you go backwards. Bread eats and down goes cat's fat. Okay, you draw a line in the middle, you put a naught. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the one side. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, sorry. 1.
So we don't need the C, don't we? We don't need the C.
Sorry, you don't need the F. You don't need the F. Okay, what? Right. Now, this is the first function. How many sharps and flats are in C flat major? Oh, 7 flats. Flats on this side, sharps on this side, right? Then you say, oh, how many sharps and flats are in B major? You go, oh, cool. B major, there are 5 sharps. Guys, so simple. You never have to memorize another major scale and how many sharps and flats ever again. Unless you playing it on the piano or something like that and it's in an exam, but then you'll only have a certain amount of them. But for a theory exam, you've got every single major scale lined up. Okay, that is function 1 of the rhyme. Now, function 2, you write it nice and big. Fat cat goes down and eats bread. Sharps go this way, flats go that way, and that is the order of the sharps you have to write in on your scale. So for sharps, if you go to D sharp, which is 2 sharps, it will have F and C. It will be an F sharp and a C sharp that you're actually writing onto your scale. If you go to B flat major, which has got 2 flats, right, you will go to this side, you will work backwards, and you will say there's a B flat and an E flat. Questions? Yeah. Okay. Tobin King, are you presenting something to us?
Whoops. Click the wrong button.
Okay, cool. Guys, let me see your faces. Joseph, Luke, everybody. Guys. Okay, watch this, guys. I'm going to take you through the process. For you to write a major scale, guys, I need your full attention. Kian, what are you up to? Kian's like got his phone buried in his thing. Okay, guys, I'm going to send you a JPEG, okay, of this diagram, and you're going to look at this diagram while I'm going through this question.
You're gonna send me what?
WhatsApp group, yeah. Please go to your WhatsApp group for grade 9 specialization and get the little JPEG. So there's a very cool little JPEG I sent you. Okay. Okay. Have you all got it? Give me a thumbs up if you got it.
I'm checking now.
So am I correct to assume there isn't such an easy line for minor scales?
No. Just as easy. The minor scale line comes below the major scale line. I'll do it for you next week. Just as easy.
Thank you very much.
You just reposition the key line and you adjust it underneath, and then it gives you exactly the same structure. It's exactly the same, except that on a minor scale, there are a few additional rules like raising the 7th and so on. Okay.
So we got your
Yes.
photo, by the way.
Okay, you got it. Watch this, guys. Watch this. They ask you to write D major. Watch. There are 3 steps to this, guys. If you're writing a major scale, there are 3 steps. Bang. Follow the 3 steps. Don't think. Don't get emotional. Don't even think that it's music. It's just Sudoku, guys. It's just a little game you're playing with symbols and rhymes. Okay, watch out. Step
So I
1.
hate Sudoku.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. I hate music theory as well. Okay, watch this, guys. No, I don't actually. I've grown to
Oh,
love it.
same, sir.
Okay.
It's so bad.
Okay, Steph, shut up. Okay, watch out.
Theory is
major.
amazing. Excuse me.
Please write. Okay, all right, guys. I'm just
I was being
messing around.
sarcastic, Jack. We love it, Jack.
No,
We
no,
love it. We love it, guys.
Guys, hello.
Okay,
love
Grade
it,
nines,
I don't want to
grade
fail.
nines, grade 9s. Okay, guys, getting back to this. Watch out, guys. Watch. Please write D major on the treble clef. I go to D.
Where's D?
There's D. Can you see it? I go
So
D.
we go to D.
I don't think about it. I go space line, space line, space line for 8 notes.
Star Wars Spaceman.
Can you all see this, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
What is that
cool.
sound?
Guys,
It's
please mute your mics. Please mute your mics while I teach this. Okay. Steph, mute. Okay, watch here, guys. D major, D to D. First step, I write 8 notes, D to D, on the treble or the bass clef, whatever they've given you, right? Second step, I say to them, how many sharps and flats does D have? Ooh, I go to my little JPEG. Look at the JPEG. I go to D. D has 2 sharps. It's on the sharp side. Do you see that? Function 1, it has 2 sharps. Now I say, but where do I put them? Step 3, I go to the second function. Sharps go that way. I say, oh, F and C are sharp. Watch this, guys. I go to my F. I draw in a lovely little sharp here. I go to my C. I draw in a lovely little sharp. Done. Step 1, step 2, step 3, major scales. Every single major scale that can ever be given it to you up to the end of 4th year university or up to the end of your lifespan, you have just done. You don't need to memorize 3 scales at a time for grade 2 and 5 scales at a time for grade 4, whatever. Major scales are done for the rest of time, guys. 3 steps. Please remember that. There are 3 steps. Guys, when I was at school, listen very carefully. When I was at school, I couldn't do maths. I got a math teacher who said to me, stop getting emotional about maths. It is just steps. I said, what do you mean? She says, this question, 2 steps. Do that, then get the answer. This question, you do that, and then you get the answer. So guess what I did? I also struggled with theory. So I took this information over to theory because theory is maths, guys. It is maths, full on. And I said, how do I write a major scale? What's the first step? What's the second step? What's the third? That's it. Guys, when you get to grade 5 and you do transposition, there are 5 steps. I can show you the high grades, guys, if you're struggling with transposition, how to do that.
Thank you, sir.
Just follow the steps. Yes, what?
I
Question?
said thank you, sir.
Okay, cool. So, guys, let's do it again. Watch this. Next scale, right? Treble clef. Let's do E flat major. So, step 1, I go to E. I write in 8 notes going from E to E. Remember, E to E is an octave. I put the 8 notes in. I make sure that I write them properly. I make sure that I'm going line, space, line, space, line, space, line, space. Right, step 1. Step 2, go to my first function key line. I look at E flat major. It has got 3 flats. Okay, now I say, hey, what are the flats? Step 3, I go to second function. The flats are B flat, E flat, and A flat. There they are in order. I go to B flat, E flat. Okay, remember that E flat, there are 2 E's in this scale. Hey, that's a trick question there. B flat, E flat, and A flat. Major scale of E flat, done. Got it.
Yes, sir.
Somebody give me a really hard scale.
F
What's the
sharp
hardest
minor.
scale?
G chord droop